the fuck is going on in Colorado? Did that bitch is fully flipped.
Blick, I'm in a 4x4, yeah, I got my wrist up. The chain, here kept the dang, I got a Taylor. It's a mess on my face, I'm trying to get late.
Made the executive decision to get the watermelon wave honeydew. Some of it's been spilled. It's a little unfortunate, but you know, you got to keep on rocking. Day 2, we are doing a shoulder day today. Looked into the mirror this morning. I could be having my morning skinny, but I see a whole lot of muscle under the fat exterior. So things are going very well. I'm coming to understand that my shoulders is not the strongest point in my physique, and they require a lot more. Like, there are so many things you have to train when you're doing your shoulders. I need to allocate a lot more time towards my shoulders. So I think where that comes in is like do one day where I throw shoulders in somewhere, you know. So as long as I'm getting my front delt development and my side delt, and then having a full day like today for everything shoulders. I mean, right now how they're looking, I'm content with them, other than my rear delts. But we're gonna go into some abs and calves afterwards, because if we're only doing shoulders, we have time for other things. Also, Illia Topuria vacated his title.
Illia Topuria vacating his title is nothing to scoff at. That's real serious. He's only 27. He's got to be going on the most historic run ever. Because if he fights like Islam next, or like maybe Charles Oliveira into an Islam Makhachev fight, that would be crazy. Anyhow, yeah, so I didn't get the angles right here, but we're doing a little warm-up set. I got 15 pounds in my hand. Good stuff right there. Keep none of that tripod, because it won't be there for too long. So going into some shoulder press. Gotta love this, you know, great for the front delt, whatever the frick. Y'all, somebody stole that tripod, and that is so lame. But that also brings me to the heat. No excuses. I'm gonna just give y'all an explanation of what's been happening. So, he's doing pretty well on the uploads. You know, I like the videos. They're getting better by the video. I mean, look at this. Look at that angle. No tripod. Who needs one? But anyways, I think today is a great day to really get like a real, you know, full setting of what the fuck you got going. Because I was sick for like 2 weeks. And first video I uploaded, I was like kind of sick. But now I'm like no longer sick. But I lost weight, you know, as one does when you get the flu. So I'm probably like 156 or 157, which is why that morning skinny was so skinny. By the way, I did about 3 sets of the shoulder press, but I really wanted to go into my side delts. I need them shits to be 3D as heck. So typically I use like one of those sitting machines, but I felt a lot more of a tension and contraction when I was standing. Up here you can see I'm trying to think about pulling with my shoulders, but it's pretty difficult. So I'm just doing a whole lot of mind muscle connection, hence my feet being so close by. But yeah, I lost mad pounds, but I think now I can actually really start this bulk and have like trackable macros and whatnot, because now we have like a stasis point, if that makes sense. But yeah. Anyways, I want to give my take on Illia Topuria being the greatest UFC fighter to ever be born and exist. Fuck Jones. First off, he has the toughest nickname, El Matador. Come, tell me El Matador. That's so tough. He has a matching back tattoo with his other brother who's older than him, who actually won his debut fight. So we're gonna have the Topurias. We had the Diaz's, but now we're gonna have the Topurias. Personally, I don't think Islam is doing shit to Topuria. I could give a fuck. These are my predictions here today. I only bet on the UFC one time and I lost money because my favorite fighter, Robert Whittaker, had his teeth go in the first round against Khamzat Chimaev. It wasn't even a skill issue, like his shit caved in. But my MMA knowledge, I'm not no casual. I'm just like a step above. And watching Topuria fight, yo, watching him knock out Alexander Volkanovski, y'all didn't see it, but I saw it. He had like a switch. He had like a switch mentally. And the reasons why I think he's going to be the best is because he has every basis covered to a T. By the way, this here was a nice looking drop set. As you can see though, my arms are looking nice, thick, you know. Calves are looking a little juicy too. I can see them under. I know what's going on. Yeah, I really wanted to make sure my side delts were just cooked beyond belief, and I felt them afterwards for a while. But Illia Topuria, he starts off with a Greco wrestling background, which, if you know anything about that, that's like John Jones, or maybe Greco, I don't know. Could be some Georgian shit. But he is a wrestler first, and then he ended up turning into a boxer. By the way, give me a second here. Use the weird camera angle because I'm recording on my phone. Sometimes it just chooses to flip. But as I was saying, he starts off with a Greco wrestling style, and some of his first wins in the UFC and in his career come from submissions. If I'm not mistaken, he actually submitted Bryce Mitchell, and anybody who's ever posed a threat to him on the ground is decimated. There was this one guy, kind of looked like Steve Urseg. He's like lanky and white, and he just kind of got pummeled on the ground because he kept on trying to pull guard on some weird jiu-jitsu shit, double drop sets, because we're really trying to get it in. But the next thing you got to think about is the way he strikes. We've never seen this kind of power before, besides Ngannou. We've never seen. Max Holloway got knocked out. He got put out like a lamp. It was so bad off of one punch. By the way, so at this point we had finished doing the front delts and side delts. Got onto this machine to work on the rear delts here. I saw some guy do the grip like this, and it just looks cool, so I did it myself, and it feels pretty nice. I think it's a lot more on like the lower end of your rear delt. That makes any sense, but I can't maintain that grip for too long, so you'll see me here flip it to the conventional kind of grip. But yeah, I don't think Islam has anything that he's gonna be able to do better than Topuria besides wrestling. But for one, I don't see Illia Topuria getting his back against the cage. And as we all know, look at that angle flash, by the way, I'm just that guy. But as we all know, Islam Makhachev has a really strong time grappling or taking anybody under if he's not on the fence. And even when he's on the fence, we've seen people dismay it or not even, really neutralize that threat. And then the hand. Every Islam Makhachev fight I've ever seen, he gets tagged at least once. I don't know what it is. I think it's overconfidence in his boxing, or just it's hard to stick to a game plan for that long. But Alexander Volkanovski touched him, had him stumbling. And that's Volk, 36-year-old man, no strength, just agility. And I love Volk, but if Volk is dropping, when was the last time Volkanovski had a lockout win? Think about that, and he has the power to even drop you. The thing is that with Illia Topuria, you get hit once, it's over. There is no time to recover, whatever. And even if that happens, like it did to Max Holloway, he's just gonna keep applying that pressure. You can't grapple on him. You can't get him to the fence because he's so well versed in wrestling. What do you do? And the other thing that people aren't thinking about is that Illia Topuria has short man syndrome, but he has done this thing where he's revolutionized. I have short man. I think I do, but I've found a way to use it for my advantage. Illia Topuria uses it entirely to his advantage. For one, he's the toughest short person I've ever seen. I've been so happy recently with my short kings coming out and standing for us. We got Kai Cenat, we got Lou Rodney's son, we got Illia fucking Topuria, Latto, just going out there and showing that us short kings, we have something to stand for. That short man syndrome, you don't understand the rage I feel whenever I get a short joke. Now I'm able to just make it seem like it's not bad, but there's real rage in there. Illia Topuria has taken that rage that we all feel or have felt at one point and used it to have the most destructive hands ever. This man is the best shit talker I've ever seen. My favorite way to shit talk somebody is to passive aggressively say little things here and there. You don't need to say anything directly because it's giving them too much. But if you're passive aggressive about it enough, it just works. This man Illia Topuria went up to Max Holloway and pointed at the ground 15 seconds into their fight. And then he got shooed off like a bull at a matador. That is tough as fuck. petty, passive aggressive, and everything I want to see in a UFC champion. This here is going to make our last set. Yeah. But anyways, I will quote back to this video. Illia Topuria is going to be a double champ at some point. He's going to be the greatest fighter of all time. Thank you for coming to the show today. I'll see you tomorrow.
It's on my face, I'm trying to get a layup. On the south side, cooling with the list, shot in my business. I gotta see me bees, make a little nest. I put switch on all my blicks, make a little twist. I got a smiley face, my